Hello children, how are you? Hope you all are keeping fine children. In the Zoom class, I have discussed question answers from your history book from chapter number 6. Now today children we are going to start chapter number 7, Quit India Movement. Children, before I start the chapter, I think you all have done your question answers that I gave you and you have understood the previous lesson. Now children, now this chapter contains the causes, failure of the Crisp mission, Japanese threat, Quit India resolution and the significance of the movement. Now first one is the event that led to the Quit India movement. Okay, now here you see, now children, failure of Crisp mission, Japanese threat, but from your book I will read few things that is given on the first page itself. Resignation of the Congress ministries. The Second World War broke out in September 1939 when Nazi Germany invaded Poland. Britain and France went to Poland's aid, means they went for the help of Poland and declared war against Germany. The British government of India immediately joined the war without consulting the Indian National Congress or the elected member of the central legislature. That means the British government, at that time India was ruled by British government, and they too joined the war, but they did not consult anything from the Indian National Congress. So children, the Congress leader asked how it was possible for a enslaved nation to aid. How can, because they were slave, Indian was slaves of British, how can they help the other nation? So children, all these things are going to be explained to you afterward children. This I will explain you in the class video that I will send, or Zoom class. Just now first we will take children the next topic, that is the causes of Quit India movement, the Cripps mission. I will explain you this portion. It is not so tough, I will explain you, but first I want to explain you the Cripps mission, because this is the important part of this chapter. This should be explained well, so I have taken this first. We don't think that ma'am will not explain the previous one. I will explain. So here Japanese army was rapidly approaching toward India. Okay, so it became necessary for the British to break the political deadlock in India. Now, from your book, if I read, with the Japanese army rapidly advancing toward India, it became necessary for India to break the political deadlock in India. So, Churchill announced in March 1942 that Sir Stafford Cripps, a member of War Cabinet, would go to India for consultation with all the parties. The Cripps mission proposed the following constitutional reforms. Now, these reforms were proposed. First, when they went for a war, they did not consult anything from the national leader. But here in Cripps mission, they came here and they had some proposal. So now Sir Stafford Cripps would go to India and consult. So the Cripps mission proposed the following constitutional reform. There was some last chapter also you must have heard of the word constitutional reform. What changes and what reforms will be done on the constitutions. So here now what reform will be done? Now because India raised the voice that how can a slave country participate in war, isn't it? So these reforms were made that India would be given a dominion status, a constituent assembly would be set up who would then draft a new constitution. There would be federation, means partnership, or British India and Indian states. And province that was not ready to accept the constitution would be allowed to form a separate dominion state. Some will not be ready to accept this proposal, so they can remain separate. They will be free and they will be have separate dominant states. Provinces would be free to join Indian Union. If not, they would form their own constitution and get the same dominion status as that of India. So India was getting the dominion status children. Now then An undertaking would be signed between His Majesty government and the Constituent Assembly, where Indian were also the member, covering all the matter related to transfer of responsibility, transfer from British government to Indian legislature, Indian Council. So they will be, it will be signed. Provision would be made for the protection of rational and religious minorities. Minorities, children, now you all know very well what is minority. Now, during war, Viceroy would remain in power in India and would be responsible for the defense of the country. Now, because India will be participating in the war from the side of British, so it will be the defense of the country, the responsibility will be on the shoulder of Viceroy of India. However, it would be the responsibility of Government of India to take care of the military and other needs. So everything was put in the head of Indian government now. Next, children, now Crisp Mission. Here are the four parts: Dominion State of India, the Constitutional Assembly, Constituent Assembly. Then Viceroy would remain the power in India. Just now I have read, and provisions. Provinces will be free to join Indian Union, or they will be separate. They can have a separate status, but they will have the same domain. They will be getting a free dominion status, children. So here I have explained you about the Crisp Mission. What were the provisions which were proposed there? Now, children, but this was not successful. The Crisp Mission proved to be a failure. But why it was failure? There are some here points which are given, and you can go through from your book also. First, I'll read from the slide. It didn't promise independence in near future. They did not say that after this problem, when war is over, when the world war over, or something better will come, then India will get freedom. They did not say anything of like that kind. The plan involved partition of the country. Then Muslim League opposed it, as it didn't promise formation of Pakistan and spoke about formation of only single dominion, because you know that British in Muslim League they demanded for separate nation for Muslims, but they did not make any promise, so they opposed this. Hindu Mahasabha rejected it, as it feared partition of the country. Now this you have understood. Sikh, Anglo-Indian, Christian opposed it, as it didn't sufficiently safeguard their interests. So no one, not a single group was happy with the proposal which was made by Crisp Mission. Thus it proved to be a total failure. So children, now reason for the failure of Crisp Mission is also that princely state rejected it. Now before some people groups rejected. Now what happened? Princely state rejected it, as is denied their right of selecting their representative. They could not select their own representative to the proposed constitution making body. This right was kept by the rulers, so they did not accept this. Congress opposed to the option given to the province of getting a separate dominion status. Gandhiji called the Crisp Mission as the post-dated check of a failure bank. Okay, where if the bank is failing, that post-dated check does not have any value. So Congress wanted all the subjects, including defense matter, to be handled by national government, and asked to form a national government with full responsibility. Here in Gandhiji demanded for full responsibility by Indians. They did not no longer they wanted anything from British, and they did not wanted to stay under the control of British. We will see the further if there is any more point. Children, again the same thing. Children, Crisp Mission failure is given here. Now you go through this, children. I suppose the time is almost coming to the near of the class. So children, here I have told you about the Crisp Mission, the reason of causes of the Crisp Mission, what was the causes of the failure of the Crisp Mission. In next class, children, I will explain you the event leading to the Quit India movement in detail. So children, by the time you read whatever is explained you with the help of slide, and children, take care of yourself. Had a good day.